Hey, okay, I'm going to do a quick video. I get asked this a lot on my Snapchat, BrianK019, when I open up for live Q&As. I don't actually think I've ever done a full video on this because I'm always talking about it because everyone asks, well, not everyone, but a lot of people ask about intermittent fasting and the merits of it and what they think is good about it. Have I ever used it, etc. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk you through, I have used intermittent fasting. I'm going to talk you through how I did it, what I did, how I thought it worked, and if I think it's going to be beneficial for you. So my first ever contest prep, I did intermittent fasting for that prep. I really struggled with it, if I'm honest. The science behind it is top notch. Like if you read any of Ori Hofmekler's books, a lot of his stuff is based on intermittent fasting and fasting in general because of the natural release of growth hormone in the body, the natural release of steroidal hormones in the body, all tend to go into an enhanced state internally from your body in a natural sense when you're in a fasted state. So a lot of intermittent fasting principles are based on the fact that all these natural hormones will release when your body's in a truly fasted state. And there's also the side of it that your brain gets very clear because of all these hormones and stuff circulating in the body. In terms of a fat loss point of view, it works fucking amazing. It really does. How I was doing it was I was doing fasted cardio in the morning, and then I was waiting 3-4 hours, then I was eating a main meal, and then I was training, and then I was eating again after the meal, and then that was it for the day. And I used to try and just get my 2200 calories, I think it was, in those two meals. And that's kind of how I did it. It worked. You could drop a shitload of body fat and you drop it really quickly. The only thing I found is it's really hard to maintain. I was fucking starving. I didn't find my energy was that good. I've heard reverse from people that have tried it, and because of the natural growth hormone release and stuff, they tend to find their energy levels are okay. I didn't. I was fucking starving. I was starving, I was tired, and I was a little bit fucking moody just because my brain wasn't getting as clear as I had read what would happen. So it didn't really work for me. In terms of fat loss, it worked amazing. In terms of lifestyle, there was no way I was going to be able to sustain it. A part of me struggles because I know the benefits of eating every 2.5-3 hours as well, and its effect on metabolism, its effect on blood sugars, its effect on energy levels. So even mentally, it was difficult to switch into that paradigm of going long periods fasting. As I said, Ori Hofmekler's books, Minimum Fat, Maximum Muscle, and Unlock the Muscle Gene, and the Warrior Diet, they're all based on fasting principles, and the science behind what happens is amazing. You know, the natural release of everything, it is right up there with the best you can do. The only thing is, I found it really hard to sustain. There's no way I would have been able to sustain it long term. It's also a little bit of a thing when you have knowledge on how good eating regular meals is. It's very hard to shift into another mindset. Even though I did try it, experienced it, and it works for fat loss, but that's all it works for me. My workouts weren't great. I found I had to take a lot of fucking caffeine to get through the day, and I was starving all the time. So that's kind of how my journey went with it. In terms of anybody else that's trying it, again, I would say I'd recommend anybody try anything once. You know, again, I'm a massive believer in regular meal spacing, eating clean foods, eating healthy foods, non-processed foods, foods that are going to support your health, support your body, support your fitness. That's my philosophy on it because I know it works. It's worked with thousands of my clients. It works with me. It's how I live my life. So I have a preference towards that. But that's not to say it's the only way. You know, things like intermittent fasting, the keto diet, I've done all of these things and they do work. You know, and it's trying to find a fit for you. I think intermittent fasting is perfect for the person that literally just has no fucking time, because it works in that sense. If you have no time to eat during the day and you can just eat for a 2 or 3 hour window in the evening. So most people, what they do with intermittent fasting is they get up in the morning, they go the whole day fasted, and then they eat it like from 5 to 7. They'll have their main meal and have their 2,000-3,000 calories in that space of time, and then eat nothing either side of it. For people like that, it can help. I think if you're trying to build muscle and put on a lot of size, it's going to be detrimental because you're not going to be able to stuff 5,000 calories into your body in a 2-hour period. And if you are, you're not going to get full absorption from it. You know, as much of a sponge you are from fasting all day, you're not going to absorb all the nutrients, all the macros, all the micronutrients from 5,000 calories. On the flip side of it then, if you're trying to lose body fat, it will work really quickly and it will work effectively and you will lose body fat, but it's very hard to keep that body fat off because you can rebound back a small bit when you go the other way with it. I prefer the micro-fasting version of intermittent fasting, is where you take on branched-chain amino acids through the day and different micronutrients through the day, and then you have your main meals. That tends to work a little bit better, but I can't personally recommend it because I don't think it's the best system out there. But I say for any system, any training system, any nutrition system, trial it for 4 or 6 weeks, see how you feel with it, and if it works, keep it. If it doesn't, drop it. I've tried it. It didn't work for me. It's something I may try again in the future, just to give me something to vlog about and experience how I'm going and feeling day by day, because it's something I regret not doing. But in terms of me, I could never do it again without having a video reason or a reason to document it, and to give everybody a feeling, to give everybody first-hand experience on how it was working. By choice, I wouldn't be able to do it again. So I hope this video helps. I recommend checking out those books. If you're thinking of going for intermittent fasting, read Minimum Fat, Maximum Muscle. It's pretty heavy on the science side, and it takes a little bit of fine-tuning to focus in on it, but it helps massively in terms of your understanding of what's happening to your body when you're in a fasted state. So hope the video helps. Please like and share the page, and I'll be replying to comments for the next 24 hours.